Hey, I'm Doug.
And I'm Loretta, and boy do we have some cool fun stuff to talk about this week.
Yeah, the week started off pretty mundane, then we ramped it up to a pretty interesting week.
Right. We started off, we actually doing our chores around the RV for a change. We gave Agatha her haircut, we got her nails done, and all of that fun stuff. Actually did some cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty normal stuff, but let's face it, if you're in South Florida and you've been working on that summer body and you just got your hair did and got your nails did, there's only really one place to go show it off.
Right. We did the infamous Ocean Ave beach walk and checked out the view of the ocean. The beaches were truly beautiful.
Yeah.
Ocean is crystal clear. Unfortunately, dogs are not allowed.
No. Not allowed on the beach. Want to break the law? Ocean Ave is really set up for pedestrian traffic.
Right.
Cars can only go one way. The other lane's blocked off for bikes and segways and walking people. And the whole area is really cool. Kind of feels like old world Cuba.
Right. With that like Art Deco flair to everything.
Yeah, like everybody should be wearing like Cuba Vera shirts and wearing fedoras and just like really cool spot.
Right, but after checking out the sites for about an hour or so, Agatha was letting us know that she was getting pretty thirsty. So we stopped in at Ocean 10 for a quick bite to eat and a drink.
Yeah, I just wish she didn't get such a big margarita because then I wouldn't have to carry her back to the truck.
You're ridiculous. We didn't actually let the dog get a margarita. The next day, we decided we were going to go hang out at the beach.
Yep, we went up pretty early because traffic can get really stupid and it's hard to find a parking spot with such a big truck.
Right, we started our morning at Havana 57 for some Cuban coffees and breakfast.
Yeah, I had never had Cuban coffee before. Came in this tiny little cup and at first I was kind of confused. Then I had a sip and realized why Cubans are dancing all day long.
Like we said before, when you've been working on your beach pod and in South Florida, the best place to show it off is South Beach.
So we spent the rest of the day laying in the sand, soaking up the sun.
Right, playing in the water.
And just enjoying the waves.
Right. After we were done at the beach, we put our clothes back on.
Yeah, went and got some lunch up Ocean Ave.
Yeah, back on Ocean Ave. Yeah, at that point, the music from the palace was pumping.
Drawing us in like moss to a flame from 2 blocks
crazy.
away.
You seriously couldn't help yourselves. You had to stop.
This is the same song that got us in trouble in Ybor, and here we are again.
The party is, let's say, a little different. Go in there with an open mind, enjoy the bottomless mimosas.
Right, the place was an absolute blast.
Yeah, there's eye candy there for everyone. So, and I don't know if it was the atmosphere or the bottomless mimosas, but after lunch, Loretta had no problem showing off her coconuts.
Mardi Gras coming up. I was just practicing. The next day we headed up to Little Havana and did a food and culture tour.
Yep, yeah, we met the whole group at the Bay of Pigs Monument and our tour guide Miguel.
We each did a really quick short introduction and then Miguel gave us all a geography and history lesson on the Bay of Pigs invasion.
Yep.
Part of the story that we'll highlight today, that's where the Bay of Pigs took place.
And then our first stop was at a neighborhood fruit market.
Right, where he explained how sugar is used in a lot of Cuban foods as like a primary flavor for them.
Everything's really sweet. We got to try stuff called guarapo, which is juice squeezed from sugar cane. You get guarapo, put a piece of lime in it, squeeze the juice in there, it changes the whole flavor profile, and it is fantastic. With or without it, but with the lime is phenomenal.
And then we each had a guava pastry. And then headed up Calle Ocho.
Calle Ocho.
Right. Checked out a few other shops.
Yeah. Learned the importance of the roosters because they're in every Cuban town we stop in. Turns out it's like our American bald eagle. It's a symbol of strength and freedom.
Right. Our next food was churro shop, and I know churros are not actually Cuban, and you'd be right, but they were made from scratch.
And really good.
Really fresh and really good.
And the shop had been there for 60 years.
Right.
Same family owned it and everything like that.
So it was really cool.
We got to stop at a cigar shop where they still hand roll the cigars, which was a really cool thing to see. Of course, we picked up a few for later on down the road.
We walked past Domino Park where people sit and play from like sunrise to sunset.
All day long. We, however, were not able to show off our domino skills because there's an age restriction and we're apparently too young.
How nice is that? We finished up our tour at a local Cuban restaurant where we got to try a Cuban sandwich, mojito, and a couple of the other foods that we had talked about and learned about on the tour.
Really good stuff.
Yeah.
All the food was delicious. Got another Cuban coffee, so we were raring to go the rest of the day.
Right.
Then Miguel actually hung out with us a little bit after the tour. Really hit it off, really cool guy.
Turns out he was originally from New Jersey,
Uh-huh.
like us.
Right, so one exit apart if you're from Jersey. We're 77, he's 80. Check out Art Deco and Little Havana Tours and see if you can get one of Miguel's tours. Tell him Doug and Loretta from Jersey say hi. You will not be disappointed in it. Really cool guy, really cool tour company. We had a blast doing it.
And he was very entertaining. It wasn't just a history lesson.
No,
It was
no.
very entertaining.
Yeah, and by the time the tour was over, everyone on the tour was kind of friends. We all sat down and ate together.
We were acting Cubans.
Acting Cuban, very very social culture, and by the end of it, we all knew each other, where we're from, what we're doing. Really cool thing to check out. So
Yeah.
make sure you do that.
And we will see you next week.